hi, guys.
Hello.
So we're working on our chess set that I mentioned in the last video. This is a backyard project for the boys. We haven't done any haunt stuff yet, but we're laying out the haunted house is what we're doing. We've got a lot of panels and windows from the Harry Potter haunt we did a couple years ago, and I'm organizing those right now. But we thought we'd just share. These stones were cleaned and we let them dry, and now the boys are painting them with concrete paint. This is the white side, and then we'll do the black side later. But if you want to follow over here, of course my neighbor's doing construction, so that's really loud. But we'll show you the area where the chessboard's going to go down. And so here it is, somewhat level. I got some more sand, and we're working on flattening this and getting it ready for the chessboard. And these are the black ones that we have yet to do. So, yep, and then our haunt stuff with the sheds, been filling up and getting all the stuff out of the yard, so that's been awesome. So anyway, here's our 8x8 chessboard, flattening out here. It's gonna be perfect under the tree, nice and shady. And all we got to do now is just prepare the stones. The funny thing is that I just bought these. This one is actually an older set, and they're slightly higher. So that means the black side of the board, or the black ones, I should say, because it's varied, is going to have to be raised up somehow. So that's going to be interesting to do, but we'll figure it out with the level. Anyway, see you guys. Say bye, guys. We will talk to the haunters soon.
Adios.
Adios. Hey, haunters. The boys are swimming, so you just have me today. I've started working on the characters for our Scooby Doo haunt, so I'm going to show you guys my process. It's going to be a little hard holding up the camera and drawing at the same time, but I will make do. So I'm going to put this little paint can right here so the paper doesn't flap away from me. So my process is I've been using double corrugated cardboard, just some scraps that I have lying around, various boxes and things, and I'm drawing these two-dimensional characters on the cardboard, cutting them out, and then painting them. And I'll show you the different stages since I have multiple characters in those stages. But the first stage is to get a piece of cardboard. Now this one here is not the full character, it's just roughly the waist up, and he's going to be one of 4 characters hiding in windows of a haunted house that I'm going to make. Another two-dimensional prop. I have some full-size characters to show you in a second. But anyway, I wanted to show you a little bit of the process. And he's going to be up in a window, so he's not going to be too critical. But we want him to make him as realistic and true to the character as possible. And so I'm going to quickly sketch, and I do all my characters freehand. This might be difficult for some people. I just have a lot of experience with drawing, and so this is easy for me, but if it's not easy for you, I recommend using a projector that you can project the character on a wall and then trace it that way, or you possibly could blow up the image into pieces, like, 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper. It would take a lot of paper, but you could potentially do it that way and then trace it and cut out the pieces that way, and that way you can get the character on the cardboard or a piece of canvas that you want to do. But I do it freehand, and I'm not going to worry about the features right now. I'm just roughly sketching them in just so I can get my proportion correct on the character. This might be a little hard for you to see because it's pencil. After I draw the pencil, then I go in with a black Sharpie just to get the outside line, so I know where to cut, so I can cut the character out of the cardboard. So again, I'm not going to worry about the particular features. I just need the proportion to the rest of the character. So as you can see, let's see if I can bring this up a little bit so you can see that while I'm drawing. I'm gonna get his shirt here in a second. And the way I draw is I just estimate the distance of the different lines in relation to the rest of the piece. He can go off the cardboard because it'll be nice to move him into the corner of the window. I think that'll be pretty cool, pretty fun for the kids to see. And I also plan to have lights, maybe even a lightning flash rigged up in the haunt so that the lights will flash and the characters will be revealed in the windows. If I can get some time to do that, that would be awesome. I'm getting a super late start to the haunt this year, unfortunately. I've just been absolutely swamped with work. COVID has actually increased my workload, not decreased, even though I'm partially working at home. So it's been a little nuts. And I'm selling my parents' house, so that process, if you've ever bought or sold a house, is very much involved. So anyway, I have time. We have a couple months till Halloween. I'm going to be working my tushy off to get this done so that we can have a decent haunt this year. Okay, so now for the hands. I always have these really awesome animated hands, and so I'm not going to worry too much about them yet, meaning I don't have to worry about cutting them out. I'm just going to get the round form of it so I know the height of the fingers, the length of the fingers rather. So let's see, let's get this all the way up here to this shoulder, and then if I can get this distance correctly, then I'll have his width correct. And I'm not worried about the messiness of this cardboard because it's all going to be painted over. I've got tons of house paint, and that's perfect for really hiding just about everything. And that's my neighbor's dog. Hello, Elon. How are you? He's a little Jack Russell Terrier, and he's very verbal. He lets everyone know that he exists. He's a sweetie though. Okay, so I got the arm, I got this kind of flap of his, let's see, it's right here is his jacket. Got the fingers, so all that I'm missing is this extra leg, which is kind of like a hunchback. I forget all the characters of the original. It's been a long time since I've watched them. I've watched them a little bit just to get some inspiration with the boys, but honestly, it's been a long time. The one character that I know we have to do is Vincent van Gogh. You know, Vincent Price's ode to the animated horror industry. Gotta do that. So we will find that character. I don't have him printed out right now, but I will find him. Okay, looks like this part is perfect. I'm going to get this rest of this up here, which is the sleeve, and that goes down. If you can see, I'll put this side by side. This go down like this, and then I have the rest of the hand. Again, that doesn't matter because I just need the outside. So if I can zoom up, hopefully you can see this. That is the pencil sketch of this hunchback character very, very quickly. And so now the process is, since I've got him pretty much laid out, I take my Sharpie, here's my magic Sharpie, and I'm going to trace on the outside, just the outside, so I know where to cut. I'm going to use a serrated knife. Always a serrated knife. You use the sawing action, works really well with cardboard, and then you can cut him out, even of double corrugated cardboard, and then you have your character, and then you can paint them. So let me show you another sketch over here, and get the original so you know which character it is. And so here's my Here's my printouts of my inspiration. So I've done the vampire. I'll show you him a minute in it. I haven't done any of the gang, not yet. Okay, I have sketched this guy. So let me show you. Actually, before I show him though, I've done this guy, the zombie. This guy is down on the bottom here. So here's the Wolfman. Gotta do the Wolfman. He is cool. And so maybe I can hold this up because this is a really big piece of cardboard. And plus I'm like straight in the sun, so the pencil's gonna be washed out. But hopefully I can lean him up here. You can kind of see a little bit of the sketch. So there he is, bent all the way down. If I hold him up, he's about I think maybe a little more than 5.5 feet. I got these huge pieces of cardboard, so they're perfect for that. And so there is the Wolfman. Sorry if that is really hard to see. The pencil is not dark. And so now I could show you the next stage, if I can get it out of the sun. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let me see if I can bend this back a little bit. Hang on. Of course, I gotta do all this by myself, so. Alright, so there's the Wolfman. And I just outlined in black, like the stage I was telling you about, is this guy. Here's that mariner, that kind of zombie mariner guy. And so hopefully you can see the outline in black. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut that out of the cardboard. So that's the next phase. And then once he's cut out, let me show you the next phase. So I have two that have some paint, not all the paint, but some paint. I've got this zombie who is fantastic. I love the way he looks. And so let me see if I can put him down here. There he is. He's very, very cool. So he has most of his colors on, but no details on the face and no details otherwise on his hands. And then I have to go back in and then do the black. Okay, and I have the very first one that I did, which is the vampire, one of my favorites. He also has color. Let me bring him over here. And there he is. He's so big that I gotta pan down. So he's got almost everything on him except for details in black outlining. And so those are some of the full size characters. And so the only other one that I've done, I told you there were going to be characters in the windows. I think there's going to be 4. We're using the windows from the, I need to do this guy, he's really cool. Of course we're doing the Mystery Machine too. I'm going to make that out of wood with the character, the gang inside. That's the one I did. We're going to use the Harry Potter facade, the windows that I use for Diagon Alley. And so here's the characters or potential characters. I've done this guy, and he's almost done to put in those windows. And so I have 4 windows for 4 characters. Super hard decision, but I think the other, besides this guy that we just sketched, I think we're going to do the pirate and I forget. Oh, and this one. I love the diver, the spooky ghost diver. He's cool. I think that's what it's going to be. I am going to do the Headless Horseman. I think I'm going to do this guy, swamp creature. I gotta do the witch. Here, I'll show you the witch. She's cool. I can give her like a glow too. If I make the cardboard even bigger, I can paint the glow. And maybe the mad scientist, we'll see. I don't know. I have a lot of cardboard, but I don't have that much. Now, you're asking yourself probably, how are we going to work this into the haunt? Okay, so the cardboard is sometimes problematic even double corrugated, because if it gets moist, then it might buckle or it might fall down. So what I'm going to do is I might have to double up on the cardboard, and I'm going to use zip ties, I believe, to mount it on a probably 2 rebar pieces on both sides. I might have to do the characters and put them up last minute, because in the San Francisco Bay Area where I live, there's a lot of fog, and the moisture might just totally ruin them. So they are going to, the characters that are like full length characters, they're going to be interspersed in the graveyard, like behind the tombstones and stuff. The 4 will go in the windows, and then I'll have, and the haunted house facade is going to go right where the books were last year, so in front of my garage. That's going to be like the main event. We're not going to do a walkthrough this year. We're playing it safe because of COVID. So one more year, it's going to be a full display with a little bit more. We're going to do a, I think we're going to do like a photo op for folks. I'm going to make Scooby full size, like my normal characters, like with the foam and the compound and everything. He's going to be 3-dimensional, and kids can walk up and take a picture with Scooby, and he'll have a really cool backdrop, just him. But everything else is going to be 2-dimensional, like the cartoon, and it's just going to be a display. So people can walk up a little bit, like in front of the haunted house, but other than that, everyone just sees it from the street or the sidewalk. So let me show you the one that I do have complete. This one, he's kind of drying in the sun. So here's the abominable snowman, or whatever he is, I can't remember. He's still drying a little bit. I have to fix a little bit of the black, but you can see an example of one of the ones that's completely done with the last phase, paint and then black edging for the most part, and he's going to go in one of the windows. So anyway, that is my process. I hope to get all the characters done really quickly and start working on the haunted house. Alright, haunters, you guys have a great day, and I will see you later.
We got some work to do.